Hey everyone, this is LuckySevenDX. Welcome back to Let's Play Mario and Luigi Dream Team. In the last episode, we expanded the Dreamy Driftwood Shore for the third and final time. After all, we are out of Dream Eggs. And, well, monsters are still here. Is it actually safe for Princess Peach? Who's causing all these monsters? Questions that will be answered in this episode as we finish up this section of the game. And, well, when we're about to finish up a section, you kind of can't imagine what's going to happen. So, prepare yourself, for it is the end of a section in RPG. And you know what that always entails. So, yeah, welcome back to this third and final section. It's actually a really short section, so, as much as you'd think, oh, well, this is the third section, it's gonna be about as long as the previous two sections. Actually, it's really not. It's actually just a couple screens, and then, well, okay, it's decently long, but it's not as involved as the other ones, and we shall be good to go. We also have to get the no-hitter, or the excellent challenge for the Luigi Flame, which we got last episode and showed off with the Madame Broke challenge. We actually haven't done an actual battle with it, so we'll be fighting the first enemy we see and showing off the, my thoughts on the Flame, which, I'll get more into that there, but like I kind of mentioned a bit last time, to me, it's kind of just a more expensive ball. I mean, yeah, it does a little bit better AoE than Ball, but Ball you can target better too, and, Flame just costs double the cost of Ball, and I mean, yeah, if you want to do a little bit more AoE, if you don't care about the BP cost, it's technically better, but if you do care about the BP cost and you want BP efficiency, it's pretty much worse in most cases, so, I recommend, you know, not doing the whole, Flame thing. It's, in my opinion, one of the weaker, skills, so, unfortunate, but, hey, they're always, I mean, it's an RPG. Something has to be the worst, you know? So just my thoughts. I'll kind of go into it more when we actually get some combat in there. And for now, we kind of just have yet another Luigi generator section, which is another thing that I kind of, especially in this sort of section when we don't have any new generator skill to actually utilize, it's just kind of same old in a lot of ways. So these generator sections, I will admit, it's kind of a weaker point in the game. It's, oops, I flicked your nose instead of, I meant to turn you around, but you're not in the thing yet. Sorry, Luigi, kind of bashed your nose for no reason. It is one of the weaker things in the game, but it's not the worst. I just judo kicked that piranha plant right in the face. I meant to use gravity to just dodge everything, but I ended up kicking that one right in the face. But that's okay, because now I get a chance to show up Luigi Flame. And this is actually the kind of fight I wanted to show off against these dream caps as well. Ow. Against these dream caps as well, because, well, if there's a horde battle is definitely the time you would want to use AoE. So let's just show off how effective this is compared to, say, something like Ball. Because Ball would probably kill any enemy I came across. Maybe it wouldn't kill the Piranha Plant, but it's interesting. Well, I'll also show off one of the strengths of Luigi Flame, because it's a thing that you don't really do too often in the Mario Luigi series. Oops, I messed that last one up, but that shouldn't actually matter, because the Flame, as long as you don't do it, as long as you don't screw up too much, it's actually not too bad. Okay, it actually did one-shot the Piranha Plant, so I'll give it that, but you can see it did miss a few of the enemies as well. That being said, the enemies were so spread out that one single ball couldn't have killed them either. But it does show off one of the strong points of Luigi Flame, which is the fact that critical hits do exist, namely, which is the game's fancy term for saying enemy weaknesses. They do in fact exist, and some enemies are weak to fire, so thus Flame would have the advantage there. That being said, once again, it's double the cost of Luigi Ball, so for that reason alone, I'm still not the biggest fan of it, but it's not the worst move either. So, hey, there we go, Luigi Attack 4 complete. My thoughts on Flame said. Let's go ahead and continue on with this area. Hi, okay, thank you for leaving, because you were being in the way, and I didn't want to have another fight, because I've fought enough guys today for one day. We have to cycle the gravity around here, hit the switch, and we'll be able to be good to go. That fire went straight through my buttocks while I was, oh god, fire! Oh, I almost fell all the way back down. Probably would have judo chopped another Piranha Plant right in the kisser. And, would have been unfortunate, but we didn't. And we have one final thing to do in this, section of the game, which is another one of these gravity puzzles. It seems pretty complicated, but you can actually do it in 7 moves. All you have to do is kind of, realize that there's essentially 2 squares here, and just go around in circles a few times, and that actually will get you to the end quite easily. So, 7 moves is all that's required. Mario, meanwhile, is being flung from corner to corner to corner of the room. But that's okay, he's used to it, and he can deal with it. So, we got our 2 pillow symbols, and from here, all we need to do is watch this cutscene, and we'll actually be done with Dreamy Driftwood Shore. You know, save for something that lies beyond this pipe, of course. Because it can never be that easy. It is a video game, after all. How does Peach get here, by the way? I'm impressed that Peach can actually go 2 seconds, you know, walking through an area infested with enemies, and I don't even know how she gets back past those gravity sections, but she's getting past all these enemies without getting kidnapped. Props to you, Peach. You're improving. I hate to say I'm surprised that you're actually able to get past them. It's kind of... Oh, Peach. The epitome of kidnapped princess syndrome. That's a syndrome I just made up. Anyway, she literally is just like, hey, what's beyond here? It'd be wise to save just in case. And then she just charges ahead on her own. Good job, Peach. But hey, if the game's telling us to save, that means there's probably a boss coming up, and that's a pipe that we shouldn't go into until prepared. I was considering using the bro beans in the context of what's to come, though. They aren't really necessary, so we'll save them for a future fight, because they're always a little bit better to use in the real world to even out some of the bros' numbers. Right now we have a lot of BP anyway, so I'm not too concerned about this. So really, that's all we need to do to prepare, besides, you know, just wander around in this area, and you can, like, flip yourself up here for some reason if you want to, but there's pretty much no reason to unless you just want to walk on the ceiling like Spider-Man! But I don't. See you, Luigi. We're just gonna leave you as a floating blue face for the rest of eternity. Congrats! Anyway, okay, those are sticks. My one weakness. How will I ever get past these inconveniently placed wooden sticks? Oh no. I don't know if we can relax. Peach, you're covering your mouth. You're looking awfully suspicious here. Oh my. I mean, I'd love to stay in chat, but I kind of have a Bowser to defeat. You know how it goes. No, we really don't. Dream World, Entasma, Dreamstone, okay, you're creepy. Oh no! I know that laugh. That's right. This isn't actually Peach, guys. This explains how she wasn't kidnapped the entire time! Of course, that was the giveaway. She lasted 2 seconds without getting kidnapped. That can't be the real Peach. Because guess what? She's already been kidnapped. So hey, this is Kamek all along, and you look sassy in that dress, Kamek. Oh boy, you are a sassy, independent princess who don't need no Bowser. But, what's with this game, by the way, and cross-dressing as Peach? Now, Kamek's done it. Luigi did it in Superstar Saga. What's next? Bowser cross-dressing as Peach? I want to see this. Oh, I imagine there's fan art out there of that. Of course, if any artists want to take a crack at that and give it to me, hey, I'm all for more fan art of stupid things I talk about. Anyway, oh, Kamek. You're adorable. Look, he's all being all, oh, he secretly loves this. He secretly loves this so much. Like, he even has his hands on his hips being all sassy. Oh, Kamek, you're so sassy. I like it. It's a good look for you. So, but you know what's even creepier? You know what's even creepier? Weave. Who does weave mean? Well, we means there's more than one person. And, they're under her dress the entire time. That's right, hey, it's the Elite Trio. And, you know, for all the times in Dream Team where, you know, I'm having to use all these Luigi generator sections or something and the repetitiveness at times, there's moments like this, where Kamek cross-dresses, and then we have to fight the Elite Trio. The 3 little silly minions that we had to endure all throughout Bowser's Inside Story. We get to fight them as an actual boss fight! That's awesome! When I got to this section of the game, I was just like, no way! And I was very happy. So this is actually a really unique boss fight, though, because, hey, we have 3 enemies. The game, Mario & Luigi tends to always have some of these boss fights occasionally where you have to have more than one foe at a time, and it ends up being rather interesting, although, of course, they're going to take 10 million years to discuss, because they have to do their shtick. They're greedy minions who want promotions. They're going to do their little ha-ba-la-ba-ba-loo-blue-blue. It's their joke. Nintendo can run with it. It's okay. I love these 3. They're adorable. They wear buckets on their heads. Well, one of them does. He's seriously just wearing a bucket on his head. That's not the best form of protection. Although I suppose Plants vs. Zombies would say otherwise. Anyway, so they want to be promoted. They want to be able to boss around Bowser. That's not how promotions work. You generally don't get promoted by your boss to be above your boss, because then he's no longer your boss. But apparently that's how it works. And Luigi's just sitting there doodling in the sand. Luigi's just like, you guys are really boring. I don't even care. Yeah, he is totally doodling at you guys. It's Honcho time, though. Prepare yourselves for an awesome boss fight. So like I said, it's a really unique fight. And I probably will play it a little bit slow because I want to show off all the unique things that happen in this fight. Because a lot can happen during this fight. Other to start with, it's always a... Well, first of all, to start with, I should probably be putting on my defense down because... Always good to have that. Although, because we're being attacked so much, having the barrier might actually end up being helpful in the long run. But, of course, we'll do the whole defense decreasing because it's always smart to do that. And then, just for demonstration purposes, I'll show off how Luigi Flame works in this boss fight. And then we can kind of compare it to Ball when I use... Because I'll probably be using Ball later on. Because, like I said, this is very costly and not worth the cost. But we will do it regardless. And let's see if I can actually get a perfect one this time. Because I believe I flubbed up that one of those things. Although, as long as you don't flub up one of the fire ones, the fireball will still continue to grow. It's most important that you don't mess up Luigi and you continue to add to the fire. But yeah, you can see it doesn't like... That's the issue I have with the flame. I'm pretty sure it hit Goomp. His name's Goomp. Private Goomp. But I don't even think it hit the other two there. I wasn't really seeing too much, but... It's not the most accurate sort of AoE, because it is definitely possible to position the ball to hit all three of them. And as you can imagine, in a boss fight like this, the ability to target all three bosses is incredibly important. So, the Koopa can have that sort of attack. Paraplunk, I think is his name. And then there's one other gimmick. The gimmick is... Oh, wait, hang on, I have to make sure I don't screw this up. This attack is probably the hardest attack to dodge, and if you screw it up, bad things will happen to you. But you want to basically keep jumping the Goombas and make sure you line yourself up, and eventually they'll run him over and deal some decent damage to him, and all will be well. So, you saw the Shy Guy load up a bullet there. What are the names anyway? So, Sergeant Guy, Corporal Paraplunk, right, and Private Goomp. Yeah, okay. So, let's hopefully try to remember those. So, here's the thing. When he loads that up, it actually becomes a target, as you can see. You actually are going to want to target that thing because, for reasons. But I'm actually just going to not target it this time, just to show off what happens. Otherwise, there's a few ways to go about this fight. You can kind of go with the AoE route because, unlike Luigi Flame, which is another reason why I prefer Luigi Ball over this, is you can actually, if you're really precise, you can target all three of them with Luigi Ball. That being said, Luigi Ball is kind of a low power move, so you're gonna want this to be something that happens towards the end of the fight, which we will get to once we kind of explain the way the fight works. But if you line it up just right, you can actually hit all three of them, which is a lot better. I think, did I hit the Shy Guy? I might have missed, but you definitely can line up to hit all three of them. The Koopa Troopa, by the way, Corporal Paraplunk, will heal as well. So if you fail to hit the machine, which most bro attacks will not hit the thing. You can actually hit the hammer, though, if you're precise, Luigi hammer. But the Shockwave, Shockwave is actually a really good move to be using in this one. If you press it, you have a chance to button mash A, though, to dodge it and actually counterattack the Shy Guy. However, if you actually attack the cannon, something more important will happen. This attack, you know what, just because I want to suffer, I'll show you what happens when you miss. If you fail to do that, they'll come back and bombard you. You're pretty much always going to take several hits, which pretty much wrecks your shield. So, not only is that the hardest attack to dodge, it pretty much decimates your shields as well, so be really careful. Another thing I haven't mentioned, by the way, is the fact there's a ton of Goombas. The Goombas themselves, the normal ones, aren't... Okay, okay, there we go. The Goombas themselves are not very important. There's an infinite amount in the background that will replace any Goombas on the field. That being said, I guess this attack weakens the Goombas out there, which is helpful. Really, any damage to the Goombas in the background doesn't even... Can I actually attack the Goombas in the background? No, I can't. Okay, I was curious. That'd been kind of cool. So the way I like to usually go about this fight, though, Luigi Hammer is, in my opinion, the best one. It does a lot of damage, and you can easily target two of them. Or if you want, you can actually target the cannon and use it as a chance to hit the cannon. That being said, the Shockwave doesn't do that much damage, so you want to be able to directly attack the bosses instead. It's kind of a waste to use it on the cannon. So I can try to attack, I don't think I hit the Koopa. No, I did. So yeah, you can use it to hit everyone with the Shockwave. And you can definitely get good damage on one or even two of them if you are precise enough, and it works out pretty well. Oh, and then this is their combination attack. So they will rush at you with a giant bomb, and basically the Goomba will try to escape the entire time. He will always go for whatever the first gap in the Goombas are is the one he'll always be taking. So use the opportunity to jump on his head. It'll knock him back there. Do not get hit by a Goomba. If you do, you'll fall backwards and you'll likely get blown. Oh, he's actually going twice. He usually only goes once, but he sometimes will go twice, and he'll use those open gaps when they form. And if you actually counterattack, all three of them will take massive damage. Now, the reason why things like having all three of them take massive damage is important is because whenever one of them dies like that, they'll be revived with 1 HP, so they will die pretty quickly again. But the point is we have to kill all 3 of them at once. There's 3 ways to do that. One is by perfectly counterattacking that. If you let the Goomba escape, though, he'll survive, and thus the Goomba will revive the other 2. There is another way, which is by attacking the bullet, which we haven't had a chance to do yet, and then Luigi Ball can actually hit all 3 if you're really precise with that, which Flame can't hit all 3, Luigi Ball can. Once again, points to Luigi Flame. So now that we know the Goomba's low, we should focus on another enemy, which we're gonna go, and the hammer is basically good for focusing your damage on the ones that are, because you know your counterattacks will do different damage to them. This is always good for, and plus they'll be sending out mushrooms and healing all the time, so generally the Goomba will go down first though, but now we can kind of target the Shy Guy. This should hit both of them, I think. Yeah. So you can, if you get them just at the outsides of the AoE, you can actually hit both of them. And there we go, the Shy Guy is down now as well, which means all that's left is the Koopa Troopa, and he should be fairly low as well. So, there's gonna be one way to finish them off, which is actually going to be by showing this off. Now, if this does kill, this means there is actually one attack I never got a chance to show off. Okay, this could finish them off. I actually want to show off what happens when the bullet bill explodes. I'm kind of worried this is actually going to kill them off, because, that can happen, so I'm actually going to just show, you know, if you let Private Goop get away, yeah, you can blow up the other 2 and do a lot of damage to them, but it won't actually help you out with, finishing them off. So there is going to be one attack that I'm not going to be able to show off in this fight, unfortunately, because looking at it, it looks like I'm about to, pretty much be done, but as you can see, Goop escaped. He can actually revive the other 2. If I actually counterattack that properly, the battle would have been over. But there is a third way besides Luigi Ball on that to finish the fight, and that's by, when they load up a cannon, you attack the cannon. Now there is, like I said, one attack that I'm not going to be able to show off because this should finish the fight. The Shy Guy can also change all the Goombas into Shy Guys, and they will basically go off screen and charge at you one at a time. There is only one real one though, and that's the one with the flag. As long as you just hammer it, you basically are just hammering the ones that are trying to run at you away, and they run really slowly. It's a really easy attack to dodge. Whichever one has the flag is the one you want to basically hit and kill. This will probably finish the fight off though, so I'm not gonna get to show that off. I'll show it off in the X fight at some point though. It's kind of hard to show off all the fights without accidentally killing everyone, because there's so many ways to do AoE to everyone. Yeah, this is 100% finishing them all off, because basically the bullets chase everyone else instead, and then you deal hefty damage to all 3 of them. And with that, they all fall, and the battle is over. So 3 ways: you can either counterattack the bomb to hit all 3 of them, as long as you hit as long as you make sure Private Goop does not escape. You can hit the cannon, or you can Luigi Ball to hit all of them. 100% of the time, you'll always get these 3 items. Of course, the Goomba only gives a mushroom, freaking noob. But there we go, fight complete. So like I said, one attack that I didn't manage to show off. There's a lot of attacks in that fight. It's kind of hard to show off every single one of them. The Shy Guys he'll change them all into Shy Guys. They'll charge at you. Hit the one with the flag. It's a really easy and self-explanatory attack to show off, so I'm sure, like I said, the X fight will show it off at some point. Or maybe I'll even go back and try to get footage of it just for you guys. That's also something I could possibly do. So, anyway. Can I get extra power? No. I think defense is the way to go then. Yep. Okay, let's try to get 69 defense. Bow chicka wow wow. Defense. 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 There we go. Alright, so yeah, I might actually, at the end of the video, I might just go back and fight them again, because I have a secondary backup save file for this that I can access and do that with. So, I might go ahead and try to just quickly to get back to this fight and just show off that attack, just because I like to show off everything. So, of course, now that they've failed, they ain't getting a promotion, they're getting a demotion, they're fired, they no longer lead the guards, they are on KP duty. What does KP duty stand for? They are on Kung Pao duty. No, I'm not sure. What would KP stand for? I feel like that's like a military term that I don't know, because I don't really know much military termy things. Anyway, Kamek uses his magic to just zap them back into the Netherverse, also known as Bowser's Castle. And are you gonna fight us now, Kamek? We are actually not even that weak. We're kind of just ready to fight, but anyway, he's been taken care of. That was just for kicks. Bowser's already kidnapped the royal princess. Of course, like I said, it's her MO. She gets kidnapped instantly. The moment Bowser's a threat, boom, kidnapped. But anyway, they're launching his new castle right now. We're no longer needed. So while we've escaped Kamek's trap, we can now leave the dream world again. Princess Peach has unfortunately been kidnapped. Our plans are pretty much failed. In fact, we just wasted a lot of time. I have to admit, the bad guys pulled a good one on us for once. Kamek is a pretty clever guy when he tries, sometimes. So we new strategy. The princess is captured. Bowser has an all-powerful fortress. Nothing is going well for us in these past few sections of the game. But that's okay, because now we're at our low point. The princess is kidnapped. The island is under siege. Bowser and Tasma have almighty wish-granting powers at their disposal. But that's okay. It's time for the Mario comeback to begin. Hey, you! I want some of your coffee, because it heals me, as coffee does in the real world as well. When you're tired, at least. Huzzah! I love that it's a Pilati, by the way. I love it. It's the little things in this game. The little things in this game are still wonderful. Anyway, that's all we need to do in this Dream World section, so now we head out, and from here, well, we gather our thoughts, we reassess what we need to do, and then once we have a game plan, we will end this episode here, because Dreamy Driftwood Shore is over, Driftwood Shore in general is over, but now an interesting section of the game begins, as we'll sort of allude to a little bit. So yeah, we totally hit her in a non-existent spot because she's not actually real. She was a fake all along. Yeah, she was an imposter. It was a fake, guys. The dramatic music. Yeah, Toadsworth. When did you even stop looking at that's your breathe, old boy. Toadsworth, how did you let this happen? You had one job, Toadsworth. One job. Poor guy, though. He's old. He tries really hard. You can't hate on Toadsworth. He's a cool guy. So, the princess is kidnapped. We've reached our lowest point yet. Like I said, though, we need a battle plan. They did pull the wool over us. A fake princess. Hey, he tried. He did well, Toadsworth. Kamek did the clever for once. I mean, how can we even get into Bowser's castle? It's really high in the sky. It has a impenetrable barrier. What options do we have? Who could possibly save us in our moment of dire need? We need some sort of clue. But of course we can get a clue. Dr. Snoozemore, the elusive professor, is back from his journey. Perhaps he knows. Why do you have a picture of him taped to your back? That's creepy. That's actually kind of creepy. Anyway, he's back though. Perhaps he might know enough about the Dream Lord to give us a way, some sort of, just any sort of glimmer of hope. And thus, we're gonna seek him out. He's back at Pillow Castle, back where we began this adventure, actually. And, the castle was, well, if he's researching the Dreamstone, he might know a way to counter it. He is our only hope at this point to rescuing the princess and saving Pillow Island. Will he have any sort of help for us? You take a long time to sip your coffee, you know. That was like 10 seconds of nothing. Well, you're unfortunately stuck here because you're not relevant enough to the plot. So, without further ado, he's back at Pillow Castle. Let's head back there in the next episode and see if we can't find a way to succeed. He's back! He's back. Back again. Snoozemore's back. Tell a friend. This is LuckySevenDX, signing out. I'll see you on the next episode of Mario and Luigi Dream Team. Bye-bye. Alright, so here's the attack that we missed. So, Shy Guy turns all the Goombas into Shy Guys, and then they slowly charge you. You can see the one with the flag there. I'm purposely going to avoid him, though, but I could have actually attacked him at the end of the attack right now. But as you can see, basically, the Shy Guys will swarm you until you actually hit the one in the head with the flag. Otherwise, you just keep repelling them with your hammer, and kind of fail to repel a few there. But as you can see, they basically keep going until you specifically hit the one with the flag, because that's the real one, and then the attack ends. So that's how that attack works. Yeah, that takes care of everything for that fight. See you on the next one.